Hi, I'm Susan, and I am currently third year at CFA, and my focus is in painting. Since this is my third year, we are no longer in foundation, so we're free to do more of what interests us. There are not as many boundaries in terms of what we create, and so I feel that since been given so much freedom, I've turned to what I know, which is my culture, and also being a woman. So I've been doing a lot of depicting a lot of the female figure, especially the female nude figure. Actually, I'm working on a piece right now. It was inspired by Monet's Les Japonaises that is currently showing at the MFA in Boston. And the whole painting, it's beautiful. Like the color palette is beautiful, like the execution is beautiful. So I looked deeper into this sort of like appropriation or just like foreigners, especially Western artists, appropriating like cultures that they don't really understand, and not only like depicting the exotic clothing, but they also tend to like sexualize the figures, especially the female figure. So I was born in China, and I moved to Canada when I was 4. And since then, I've been kind of making art about like this duality of like culture that I experience, because I don't feel like I'm fully westernized, but also I'm not fully connected to the Chinese culture. So I feel like in a lot of my art, it cen- centers around like my struggle with my identity, and also like the struggle to find out which culture I belong to. I draw a lot of inspiration from Chinese culture, especially the patterns and also this appropriation of Chinese culture in the past by Western artists. But I also am really inspired by a lot of Western contemporary art, especially with the paintings and like all the abstract paintings and abstract expressionisms. I incorporate a lot of patterns and dots and like line work into my painting, but also I focus a lot on the female body and like the female portrait, because I feel like that's just a subject that I've that I really know and I'm very familiar with. A lot of my art does bring up a lot of Chinese culture and also Asian culture. One of my paintings centralizes around Les Japonais, that's showing at the MFA. And but aside from that, I've also been inspired by Yayoi Kusama, who is a contemporary artist. She's a practicing artist, but also she has a mental disability where she becomes like obsessed with these patterns, and she completely immerses herself into that world of pattern, and she finds comfort in that. I like to find inspiration from that struggle and try to incorporate some of my own struggles into my art like her. So I really enjoy painting rather than doing all this other digital stuff or like drawing on computers, because I feel like with painting it's a very bodily experience. I get to immerse myself into this painting, especially when I work really big. And I feel like since I've been attending art school, I have expanded more into working on bigger canvases and making my own canvases. It's just that when the entire artwork and also like the frame and the canvas that it's on is made by like my own 2 hands, I just feel a lot more connected to it. And a lot of my paintings do feel very personal, and sometimes I don't feel too comfortable about showing it to other people, because it's kind of like a diary of like my thoughts and the things that I think about.